Okay, here let me ask you this: how big of a loss is Robert Saleh?
I think it's a big one. I know people are like downplaying him for whatever reason. He's the only reason that defense was competent. Did we not remember how incompetent they were last year under Sorensen? Like it was awful to watch. I think it's big. I think hiring Gus Bradley, we're going to see how big of a loss it is. I think unless they get like a Raheem Morris, because Jim Schwartz seems like he's just going to be the de facto head coach for the Browns, so not going to get him most likely. So yeah, I think unless you get like a Raheem Morris, this defense is going to be cooked. I think that's what would make them want to go get Max Crosby.
To me, like I keep going back to what Steve said about this team. Like, yeah, you won 12 games in the regular season, and that's the same amount of games that the 2023 Niners won. But you have nothing in common with that 2020. You're not as good as your record said you were.
This
And
team would lose by 60 to that team.
and like so what is the big difference between the 2024 49ers and the 2025 49ers? Because there isn't that big of a difference. But one big difference was Salah.
Yeah,
The
I
difference
agree.
between Salah and Sorensen, like every time they were in a close game, even if the defense had been trash all day, Salah would find a play or a call in the red zone to end it. And Sorensen never could, ever.
No, did you see though in the interviews how they're all saying, well, Gus Bradley ran the red zone anyways, trying to say, like, well, the good parts of the defence was technically
Yeah,
Gus
sure.
Bradley.
Hilarious. No, I
It's
did hear
like,
that.
all right,
Super
yeah,
funny.
yeah. I was
So
like,
Salah's loss is huge. The only other big difference to me from that year and this year is freaking Eddie Pinheiro, who was huge.
yeah, Eddie was good.
Like, so he'll come back, but Salah won't, and you're most likely going to go to his, cheap imitation. It's like going from like Louis Vuitton to like the fake Louis Vuitton you get in Canal Street in New York. That's $5.
Dude, I got some Calvin Klein underwear from Chinatown, San Francisco. It was awesome.
That's Gus Bradley essentially.
They were
So
spelled Calvin Cologne too.
this is why I'm a little down. You got a GM who's no good, who needs to catch up to these other teams in the division. Otherwise, you're third place in the division. And you
Yeah.
got a DC who's a huge step down from your DC last year. You still got Eddie Pinheiro, though. You still got Eddie P. But I wouldn't be surprised if this team, with John Lynch making the calls, wins 9 or 10 games next year with a more difficult schedule.
Yeah. Okay. So here's my thing. How come
Especially if
Chris?
they
I
trade
don't.
Mac.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how to pronounce his name. How come Chris Kosarek is never a candidate for
Because
DC?
he doesn't want to be a defensive coordinator. Dude, he's not even, I don't even know if he's a good defensive line coach. All he does is scream at D line people. It's like, all right. That's what he does. He's even said, like, I don't want to watch coverage. I just want to do my D line thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't. I don't like the Gus Bradley thing. I think you're going the Nick Sorensen route. Like, I don't. Again, this is where a good GM, like having an actual GM, could say, like, listen, bro, what if we can get Raheem though? What if we can get these guys though? Shouldn't we at least try? Like, someone like.
Shouldn't we evolve on defense?
I don't
I
know,
mean,
man.
Gus Bradley wouldn't have been an inspired hire 10 years ago. He wouldn't have. Salah was a better hire than Gus Bradley 10 years ago. It's a huge step down. And here's how no other team in the NFL would want Gus Bradley to be their defensive coordinator. Not even the Raiders. How do I know? Because he was their defensive coordinator just a few years ago, and he was one and done there. The Colts fired him last year. They were like, thank you very much. We're going to go on without you. We don't want you anymore. And then the rest of the league was like, yeah, they made the right call. No one wants you. And so the Niners hired him to be their assistant head coach. Man, come on. You got to do better. Sean McDermott, Jonathan Gannon, Raheem Morris, Jim
Sean
Schwartz,
McDermott
one of those four. Huh?
You think Sean McDermott wants a DC? Like a DC spot? Or is
I don't know.
he's probably holding out for a head coaching spot now. He's probably going to coach the Raiders at this point.
If I were him, I would rather be the Niners DC for 1 year than to coach the Raiders. That's what's nice about the Niners DC job. It's proven multiple times that it's a great springboard to a head coaching
dude, and
position.
I also don't understand why our front office assistants get hired. Am I
Me
missing
neither.
something? Am I
People go, Josh Williams is being considered by Atlanta. For what? Why?
like Adam Peters isn't good.
No, not at
He's
all.
not doing good in Washington.
And people were like, "Oh, the Niners got better without him." No, they're still bad. They're bad, and now Washington's bad like the Niners.
And it's like the Falcons are going to get Josh Williams, and they're going to be bad too. It's like, oh man, how come this guy can't draft? John Lynch couldn't draft. I thought this guy could. Yeah, Salah's well, because here's the thing too. If Salah goes, is Clay going to go with him? Because why wouldn't he want to be an OC where he could actually, call an offense?
I don't think I feel like Salah's gonna end up with Bobby Slowick as his offensive coordinator.
I still don't think Salah should have taken that job. I still think that was a bad job to take. But
Let me ask you. Oh, I agree.
I think that was such a bad job. It's a bad ownership, bad team that you just left. You just left the Jets, bad ownership, bad team. And then you went to bad. They just fired Mike Vrabel, who's in the AFC Championship game. His first year as head coach.
Hey, that's his business. I really don't care. I don't really care at this point. But I just think it's kind of obvious that like he was gonna be one and done. That was the plan the whole time. The Niners knew it. That's why Gus Bradley's here, because they were sort of bracing for it. And I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if to get him to come back here. He was like, all right, well, you want me to coach this? It's going to be for 1 year. Oh, you're going to gut the whole defense and get rid of Hufanga and Greenlaw? Okay, fine. I'm going to make all the picks on defense. You got to let me make the picks. And I want the first 5.
I thought that's why he was going to stay. Like, I genuinely thought that's why he was going to stay, was because
he picked the players.
He picked all the players. But
yeah,
you know what? Here's my DC pick. Nick Bosa said Sorensen got the raw end of the deal and he didn't deserve to be fired. Bring Sorensen back. Bring him back. Round 2. We want to do round 2s. Let's do a round 2. We can't get D'Amico. Can't get Salah. Get me Sorensen.
Dude, I'm going to say something crazy. Bring back Steve Wilkes.
Honestly, over Gus Bradley, yeah, sure.
He was better. Steve Wilkes is a better coach than Gus Bradley.
Yes.
No question about it.
And here's the thing. Like, then, yes, sure, get Trey Hendrickson, get Max Crosby, because his defensive line was awful.
Lenore's best play came under Steve Wilkes. Jair Brown's best, like he would definitely improve the secondary.
Our secondary
he actually blitzes. He actually plays man coverage. He'd have Lenore shadowing guys. Like he would be better than Gus Bradley. I'm so sorry, but can you imagine how much Steve Wilkes hates the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan?
Sure.
I mean,
I bet he does. He's like, you guys scapegoated me. And Kyle's like, well, yeah, I'm not scapegoating myself. And then John Lynch,
he's not the greatest coach. He got fired this year too. He gets scapegoated everywhere he goes. I kind of feel bad for him. There must be something about him, but that's how bad Gus Bradley is. Worse than Steve Wilkes.
Yeah, bring in John Gruden. That's what I want.
To coach defense.